It's a Democratic band. We're voting up here. Jack is an anomaly. There are two of them in the room tonight. Two people who were actually born in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's not an import. He's a real, honest-to-goodness citizen of the state of Charlotte, North Carolina. It's amazing. That's one of two people I've ever met.
I still take drugs for it.
Yeah, they got shots for it now. They got vaccinations. You can see. I first moved to Charlotte in 1990, and I'd just come in. I'd been traveling around Europe for a while, and I just moved to Charlotte, and I was so excited because the first week I was there, I turned on the news, local news, and the mayor at that time had announced, had a press conference and announced that Charlotte was now a world-class city. And I thought, well, that's great, because I've been over like to Copenhagen and places like that, which a lot of them think they're world-class cities too. See, so I've been over, and I thought, well, golly, I want to see the world-class part, because somehow I've been driving around and missing it, And
It's right over there off West Trade.
I was looking hard and I couldn't find. Anyway, one Sunday I had some time off, and I thought, well, I'll go down there and find, like the historic district, the beautiful old buildings down there. And I went down there to trade and try on, and I just was like, I'm not finding, the historic. And there was an old man standing there waiting for the light to turn, had a dog with him. And I mashed the button and the passenger window went down. I said, excuse me, sir. I said, I'm new to town, and I was wondering if you could tell me where the world-class part of town is. And he looked at me with a rather questioned look on his face. He said, what? I said, I'm looking for the old buildings, the old, the historical buildings in town. And he looked at me and he said, well, you can't see them on Sunday. And I said, what? He said, you can't see them on Sunday. I said, why can't you see them on Sunday? He said, because the landfill is closed on Sunday. I tried to drink beer like the German people do, but I woke up on a train bound for Italy with the face of Albert Einstein tattooed on my knee. Germany, Germany, you're my kind of town, though I ain't been back since the wall came down. Germany, Germany keeps calling out to me, but I'm glad I wasn't around there in 1943. Well, Rome is kind of big and the traffic's kind of bad, but they got the best Italian food I think I ever had. They've got a lot of statues of people without clothes. How they got the Spanish steps there, ain't nobody knows. Italy, Italy, you're my kind of town, though you got a lot of old stuff that's kind of falling down. Italy, Italy keeps calling out to me, but when the Christians met the lions, it ain't where I want to be. I spent some time in Paris around the Saint-Germain-du-Pré. They thought I was crude, I thought they was rude. That's all I got to say about France. Folks in England, they were mighty nice to me. They eat fish for breakfast and drink whiskey in their tea. I asked about the revolution. Turns out they ain't mad. They said, we've seen New Jersey, we think we came out ahead. England, England, you're my kind of town, though the Piccadilly Circus hasn't got a single clown. England, England keeps calling out to me, oh, but I don't think they hear you. splash town, no doubt, but we built a new arena 'cause we wore the old one out. We want to be Atlanta, and we could be someday, but we spend too much on art and we're too tolerant of gays. Charlotte, Charlotte, you're my kind of town. If old stuff gets in our way, we just knock it down. Charlotte, Charlotte, finally home at last. Charlotte, North Carolina, world-class mind. My kind of town. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good night, everyone. The guitar stylings and lovely voice of Mr. Jack Lawrence.
Michael Reno Harrell, folks.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Quint. Thank you, Quint.
We're pleased to be here. Thank you.